Hey, you guys want to see my video?
Hello everybody, welcome back, it's Friendly Grinder here with some more Diablo action. But before we start, please remember...
Hit that shit!
Drop it!
Hello everybody one more time. So today is the day I'm starting to show you guys every possible barbarian build I covered previously, and there will be some few builds which I didn't cover at all because finally I hit 3000 Paragon, as you know, and we're starting off from Squirt and Gizzard build. I show you guys everything. That build I managed to finish Greater Rift 115 below 5 minutes, which is like, I think it's okay. I didn't really try fishing for any like special rift and density or anything like it. Also, I didn't dump everything into the strength, which if you try to obviously, you know, manage to finish the Greater Rift as soon as possible, we shouldn't put any points into Vitality, especially when we are running actually the Gizzard itself, because that gives us the regeneration. So even when we don't have the Berserker, the Wrath of Berserker, it's not on, we are still able to survive without actually dumping the Vitality here. You might try to basically just reset all points and just stack all points which you have to just stack into the strength, which in my case is still like around 600,000 life. Obviously we have the shield on top of that, so I supposed to done this, but on the clip you will see how I actually have here 1000 point of Vitality, which is like a lot because that's huge difference on damage. It's like, I think it's fine anyway. There won't be like, you know, huge difference between the time, but if you really want to try to beat that clock like below, I don't know, 4 minutes I guess, try to hit like 3 minutes, but 3 minutes you have to be insanely lucky. You need to fish for density and stuff, but I'm just basically trying to show you guys like a normal build, if that makes sense, like a normal approach. So I don't know, you have like big augments, I don't know what level you are, so the thing is, I think that's like more safe. We're just gonna put some points in Vitality and the rest of the strength. Okie dokie, so the like build itself, the skills and passive skills, they are just like, there's nothing like I don't know, something new here. I guess we're just running everything like normal, like Grand, Blood Buff, Whirlwind, Wind Share to basically gain Fury when we're attacking, so our Fury is maxed out. Grand Blood Buff, and we got the Ground Stamp to just, you know, smash the ground and pull all enemies within 20 yards to you, then stunning them for 4 seconds, so just pulling everything what's close. Then I like to use Furious Charge to be much more faster and combine with Ground Stamp, so you just, you know, can Furious Charge to some place and Ground Stamp. And then obviously you use the Wrath of Berserker. You have obviously every passive possible due to the Mortix Brace, so yeah, unique passive Wrath of Berserker gain the effect of every rune. So I know you know that, guys. I just wanna talk about everything like really short, and then we're just gonna carry on with the clip. Battle Rage, obviously we are using the swords to plowshares, just basically to be sustained, which is, in this build, this is just the only build we don't really try to, like, we don't really have to put like life points, and we don't really need to. We might try to play this build without the swords to plowshares, because we're using the Gizzard in the first place, and Gizzard's giving us the shield and also the regeneration. But I was trying to play safely, but you might try actually, when you're playing Squirt and Gizzard build, you might try to not trying to put any like sustain buffs, sustain skills, so you might try just change this to Into the Fray, which is gain 1 critical % chance to hit chance for each enemy within 10 yards. Then we have the Bloodshed, so deal damage equal to 20% of your recent critical hits to enemy within 20 yards. So you might try those two, but I use in the clip, that's how I'm showing you right now. So this is all about the skills and passive skills, you know, like everybody using the same skills, like Ruthless. You deal 40% additional damage to enemies below 30% half. Berserker Rage, you deal 25% additional damage while near maximum fury. That's why we're running that Wind Shear, and actually that Wind Shear you're running in almost every build. Boon of Vulcatus just simply to have that, you know, 30 seconds less on the Wrath of Berserker cooldown, and then we have a Rampage, increase strength by 1% for 8 seconds after killing or assisting in killing an enemy. This effect stack up to 25 times. Okie doke. One more thing before I'm gonna show you the gear and stuff. It's like, because some people asked me in the beginning when I was starting to do the videos, like why I'm actually using in every videos the Hellfire Amulet instead of Squirt. I might even do the video such as an example, like why is Hellfire Amulet is better than the Squirt itself. That's simply because we are not able to be sustained with the Squirt Knuckles stacks. We are not going to be sustained I mean, we might sometimes hit like a 10 for, you know, short period of time. Actually, in the clip, you will see me like I was lucky enough to have the shield pylon, so that's why I will have like most of the clip 10 stacks. But other than that, if you don't have, you know, the shield, the thing is, you on average you will have like 3-4 stacks, 5-4, and then you will go to the 0, and then obviously you will pop out again the shield from the Gizzard, then you will, you know, gather another few stacks, but then mobs will, you know, attack you again, and the stacks will drop down. So basically the build itself is okay for speed farming, but if we are talking about like speed farming on 120, which right now I'm doing like 124, 125 higher greater rifts, just simply to be able to level up my gems. So as you can see, it's like rank 140 and 141, so we have to do like 124 to level up to 140, and then 125 to level up to 141, and then 126 to level up 142. So I can't, you know, play the Gizzard because it's like you are not able to survive and you're not gonna, you know, do any damage. But when you speed farming, when we're talking about the speed farming, the Gizzard Squirt build is amazing and it's really good. That's why I basically made that video in the first place. I'm just gonna show you a little bit gear and build itself. We have the Messerschmitt River, which I was lucky enough to get the primal, so I will have like the best example to show you guys, like you can compare what Messerschmitt River do you have if you don't have the primals. You can just take a look right now on the stats itself. Then I was actually lucky enough to, a couple of days ago, to hit the Lamentation, which wasn't really a big deal for me because I have like 3 Lamentations similar to this one. The difference is just on that one I have the perfect 150% rend damage increased. Other than that, the secondary affix is not really great. I mean, I'm happy because it's primal, but this primal is not really like great because of that secondary affix. But then other than that, actually, so it's kind of alright. I mean, like the resistance are like, you know. But that's why I wasn't really happy about that secondary affix in the first place. So we got the shoulders. A funny fact here, I actually had the primal shoulders as well. So I know I have like a lot of primal, you know, things, but I'm just lucky and it's nothing other than that. But the, you know how it is with the primals. You get the primal, but the primal rolls are like, you're not really happy about this, and then sometimes, or the most of the times, actually can't do this primal like really good, even if you try to, you know, reroll some affix. Like for example, here we got the cooldown reduction 8%, and then like just increase the rend damage 50%, so it's like normal. One more thing about the gear overall, I almost have the 130 augments everywhere, so that's, I have that like almost 1000 damage more, so that's good. Maybe not in this example, but like in average, almost every piece of my gear is 130. Gloves, yeah, like almost perfect. 50 critical and hit damage increase, almost 10% critical hit chance, and then we got the reduction of the cooldown. Cooldown reduction, you might even try, maybe not with this gear, but in some gears you might try to, instead putting cooldown reduction, you might put just the area damage. Then we have the Ham, 6% hit chance increase, the armor, then we have the Squirt. Squirt is almost perfect, so very happy about that. Wrists, so like nothing more to it, just wrist. And then we have 2 rings here, which they're obviously bastions of will set. Here I have critical hit damage increase, critical hit chance increase, and reduced cooldown of all skills, and that's like, that should be like the perfect best in slot. So crit hit, crit chance, and cooldown reduction. And the other one is supposed to be the same, but I just simply swap it because I hit
that shit.
primal, which gives me like critical hit damage increase 50% and critical hit chance increase by 6%. The thing is, I might consider to actually reroll that critical hit chance to basically give me a cooldown reduction. So that's actually not a bad idea, but then I will miss like a lot of damage. I consider to run this in that order, like not really putting the cooldown reduction. I was happy about that, like really damage it's high, sky high, so I just leave it like that. But I might consider next videos, you might see me running with the cooldown reduction instead of a critical hit chance, so I will try to maybe test that or change that, but I'm fine with that at the moment, so I don't really need to. And then we have like 2 items, like nothing really to talk too much about this, legs, and then we got the boots. I think I covered everything, guys, right now. I hope you guys like it, enjoy the clip, and see you in the next one.
Hit that shit. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up.
Hit that shit.